Martin Atkinson, the referee, leading both teams out. Harry Maguire, the captain of Manchester United. How will they fare here against a Watford team who are trying to get out of trouble? Manchester United trying to bring Champions League football back to this part of Manchester.
Jimmy Glass kept them in the league, and he also did the same thing for Leicester City, one of only few managers.
Trouble here, it's Troy Deeney for Watford, Luke Shaw on the cover. Well, Manchester United played themselves into trouble, and it was loose. He's managed to rescue the situation. United playing on the edge at the moment, but there may be a chance here, and the shot from Greenwood straight at Ben Foster.
Well, he is fortunate, Fred. As he loses the ball here, could have been a chance for a Watford counter, but give him credit. When he goes to Greenwood, he's got one thing on his mind when he gets anywhere near that 18-yard box. One of the best finishers at United. It's a comfortable enough save for Foster.
It's a nice dummy. And David De Gea looked like he was about to dive at the feet there with Doucouré, who sends the ball into the side netting. But again, Watford looking threatening.
This is the problem. United, obviously, they're on the attack. The team's separated, but then you look at the distance between the two centre-backs and Fred and Matic. That allows Pereyra to get in. Deulofeu does really well. And then they just about manage to deal with it. Doucouré has gone for the shot, but that's what United have to be so mindful of, because Watford are a good team and they have players in good positions that can create a lot of problems as well.
James on the move, Foster, Wan-Bissaka finds the side netting.
Well, Foster, who's arguably been Watford's player of the season so far, be disappointed that he wasn't able to hold on to this. And it comes to Wan-Bissaka, see the fullbacks getting forward on all occasions. He finds himself free, and he'll be disappointed that he didn't get that on target. Probably was in a position where he could have had a touch just to steady himself, but he didn't. It's a chance for United.
The ball, though he's unable to pick out Fernandes, and now the break is on for Watford. Abdoulaye Doucouré, who scored against Brighton from a break. Held up that time. He finds Hughes. Deulofeu. Now Capoue. There's Doucouré again. There's space on the far side for Craig Dawson. Dawson's cross. No takers in the middle for Watford, but Pereyra will try and keep this interesting for them. And swings it wide.
It's two great balls into the box. Dawson, when he's going forward, he's got so much room because James is playing very central from the left-hand side. And then Pereyra puts the ball in, but there's only Deeney in there. Two very good balls into the box from Watford.
James deflected. No real trouble for Foster. This now is Luke Shaw. Shaw. Again, Foster perfectly placed.
No, it's a good strike from Shaw, but the one thing I say was his only real option. There's no United players in the box.
Saying what he thought. There's Anthony Martial on the move, as is that ball.
He isolated Kabasele, and he goes on the inside of him, and it opens up for him, but he just gets it all wrong with the strike. The minute leaves his boot, it's going higher and higher.
Deeney again was right on Fred's toes. Abdoulaye Doucouré striding forward. Doucouré calls De Gea into action.
It's great pressing once again from Watford. They're pressing with a 4. And like you've quite rightly said, they've got around Fred quite a bit. And if he loses the ball, they're going to be open United. Both fullbacks are the ones giving the width, and then they're breaking in behind in those spaces. It's a great strike from Doucouré. An important save from De Gea, as that was creeping in at the near post.
Abdoulaye Doucouré has found Pereyra. Messina on the overlap. Messina. Applause. It's James. Comes to nothing, but there was a lot of frustration, Danny, down below us on the Watford bench and on Pereyra's face as well, that they lost the ball in that position.
Yeah, in the manner in which they lost the ball. But this is a good run from Luke Shaw. It just enables James to come inside. Okay, it's a wild strike, always going wide. was a good run off the ball from Shaw, which took Dawson away, which then enabled James to drive inside.
Fernandes on the move, James to his left. It's James, it's all about the right decision. James, he's picked out Fred, who could not pick out the back of the net.
One of the things I would say about Fred is that he gets in some incredible positions on the edge of the box, but his finishing, I think it's been there for all to see, does leave a lot to be desired, but it's good play initially from Fernandes, who wins the ball back. It comes to Fred, and you know, he's just stepped up so much, and he just looks a really good player now. But the one thing you would say is that when the ball comes to him at the edge of the box, you probably don't fancy him at the minute, although he gets in some great positions.
Now it's James. Fernandes giving chase. Foster out of his goal. Penalty. Ben Foster raced out. Martin Atkinson making the decision that he caught Fernandes, and Manchester United have a penalty.
Well, what Fernandes has been doing in the last 5 or 10 minutes, he's been drifting out to that left-hand side, and he's just been waiting for the space. He gets through, he's onside. Yeah, and he just gets it around Foster. I don't think there's any complaints there. It's definitely the penalty. But what he's done is used his intelligence, because what's been happening, Dawson's been getting forward, Deulofeu has been getting forward as well, and that's been leaving the space in the turnover, and he's near enough been holding hands with James at times.
Bruno Fernandes! There is ice in those veins! This is his new home, and he's feeling right at home!
Well, made by the new top man and scored by the new top man. And if anybody thought he was going to have nerves coming to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, well, just have this penalty on replay, because it is coolness personified. His step up, you're thinking, is he going to go for power? No, he takes a little hop, skip and a jump, very similar to what Jorginho does at Chelsea. Sends Foster the wrong way, and 1-0 to United.
When they do it that way, they will always back themselves to sit the keeper down. And that's exactly what Bruno Fernandes did.
No, he did.
There's a man with pace, Martial. Fernandes on the outside. Fernandes!
Well, Fernandes getting forward down that left-hand side again as well. But what I would say, Martial, I don't think it's the greatest ball to Fernandes. He can't take it in his stride. He actually has to take a step back to then take control, and he can't shape himself right. You see Martial, Fernandes, he wants the ball in front of him here. He has to take a step back to open himself up and then get the shot off. Fernandes getting in some really good attacking positions, just finding and looking at Watford with intelligence. Where are their weaknesses? Where are they leaving themselves a little bit open?
Troy Deeney will try and make something of this. Pereyra unable to pick up the pieces, but United running into trouble. And this is Doucouré. And Luke Shaw knew exactly what was happening around him.
Well, it's all about playing in the wrong positions here. It's exactly what Dan James has done. Instead of just clearing the danger, just he has that touch. And Watford, as they've done all game really well, they pressed. It's just good positioning once again from Luke Shaw at the far post. Otherwise, it was a simple tap in for Deeney at the far post. That's what they have to be aware of, Watford.
Cathcart and Dawson both forward here for Watford. In towards on the post and off the post, and Harry Maguire tried to keep it out, but he couldn't. Troy Deeney on the line to poke home for Watford. Now the set piece does pay dividends for Nigel Pearson's men.
Well, they created their own problems, United, first of all, in giving the set piece away, and then they got in each other's way, in particular at the near post. And Watford, they'll argue that they've got their just rewards for the performance that they've put in so far. You just see as the ball comes towards that near post, you got Fernandes and Lindelof, they get in each other's way. You think they're going to be able to clear it, but then Deeney.
Well, VAR are checking this for a possible handball, and the goal has been ruled out, and that is why, because it's hit the arm of Craig Dawson, then gone off the post before Deeney could get there, so the goal has been ruled out.
Well, under the new laws, you can see with Dawson, it hits his hand, whether it's intentional, whether it's by accident, it doesn't matter. It will always be given as a handball against the attacking team. And United, you can say, see, we've got away with one there. Dawson has no idea about it, but it doesn't matter, like I previously said. Accidental or on purpose, it's always going to be disallowed.
Big moments, but that is why it's been ruled out. Nice touch from James to Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. United driving at Watford. Martial makes the move. It's Anthony Martial. Foster there to greet him. Foster staying on his feet this time. Lovely work from Martial. That is beautiful. A finish of his dreams from Anthony Martial, and Manchester United have really seized control now at Old Trafford.
And that, in a nutshell, is why he can be one of Manchester United's most frustrating players. Because at times he looks as though he isn't going to finish it, and then he gets this opportunity thinking, oh, it's gone now, it's gone. But the nonchalance of which he just scoops it in as though he's just doing a training session and there's nobody around, never mind 75,000. It's absolutely brilliant, and this is what he is more than capable of. And if he can do stuff like that on a consistent basis, what he's capable of doing, then he will be one of the best talents in Europe.
It looks for Mason Greenwood on the far side of the pitch. Greenwood can go either way. Foster keeps him at bay.
Well, the game's really starting to open up now. I think that suits United. It means the players that have got the pace have got the area and the space to get into it. And Greenwood, left or right foot, has got a good strike, and it's a good save from Foster.
He's making an impact for United at the moment. This is Daniel James on the move. Bruno Fernandes, great ball to Harry Maguire, who couldn't direct his header on target.
Well, it's turned into the Bruno Fernandes show. Every time he gets the ball, he's creating an opportunity, he's getting a shot. And Maguire, you know how good he is in the air. We've seen it for England, and we've seen it for United in particular last Monday against Chelsea, and he'll be disappointed that he didn't test Foster.
Fernandes, it's Mason Greenwood! Explosive! That's what he can do! The rising star at Old Trafford touches the stars. 3-0.
Well, a good day's turning into a very good day for Manchester United. And it's another one of the younger players really making an impression. He's got a little bit of cramp, but I don't think he'll care too much. But it's just the decision-making once again. Greenwood, it's on the counter-attack, Watford are open, and then you're looking at Fernandes, what's he going to do? His weight of pass is brilliant. Well, the finish is absolutely magnificent, but this is what this United team is capable of. When they get the first goal, when they then earn the right, they can play on the counter, attack at pace, attack at will. When you can finish like that, then the job's a good one. And what a finish it is. Foster, absolutely no chance whatsoever. And Fernandes once again involved, but an incredible finish.
Well, we know he can finish like that. He's been finishing like that since he was a youngster, with either foot. Hughes forward for Watford. Now Deulofeu, who clips the crossbar.
I mean, it's a good effort from Deulofeu. You know what he's capable of. When he's on that left-hand side, just tucking inside onto his right foot. Just goes, hits the crossbar on the way through. But I think for United, you look at the amount of players in the team and the players in the squad, so many of them have improved under Solskjaer.
Right, I think that's it, as Fernandes takes the free kick. There's John. Matic Harry Maguire.
The two centre-backs in Lindelof and Maguire that wanted at the far post, goes to Maguire, tries the acrobatics. It's not something that he's famed for and known for, but he's definitely brought extra stability.
Now Matic comes off cleverly, and Messina, it's gone straight to Odion Igalo! Igalo! The chance gone, Messina managed to get back on the line and just got a little touch on that, I think, then onto the post.
Now, it was nearly the perfect afternoon. You just see, and this is what you want from a centre-forward, you know, anticipating something going wrong. He does that. Give credit to Foster, he stays up, sends him wide, and then it's Messina just gets back on the line, stops it from going into the back of the net.
A man who once paid to have a tour of Old Trafford as a fan, now on the pitch at Old Trafford, Odion Igalo. Deulofeu, straight to David De Gea. Chong striding forward here. Igalo's up there with him. It's Chong! Able to pick out the bottom corner.
Now, he had two options when the ball was coming across to him. He could have put it across first time to Igalo, that had got on the wrong side of Kabasele for a finish, but he elected to take it himself. He drives inside, and it's a good effort. It's just always going wide. He has that little look up for Igalo. He fancies his own chances. It's just wide. Nonetheless, a good effort.
Old Trafford has a smile on its face again. Manchester United could be stirring. A smile on the face of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to Bruno Fernandes set them on their way with a penalty after winning the penalty in the first half. Watford then had a goal ruled out because of handball by Craig Dawson before Deeney struck it home. And then Anthony Martial with an exquisite finish to make it 2 before an explosive finish from Mason Greenwood made it 3. It's finished Manchester United 3, Watford 0.
Hey, click here for more video. Hey, click. Come on. Click. Come on, bro.